Confetti Ukulele by Janod. Is it a toy? Let's find out. So spoiler alert, yes it is a toy. But why did I choose to review this? Well, it's a quick, accessible toy you can find at Target, Walmart, or Barnes & Noble. This one I picked up at Barnes & Noble. Why? Well, I can see this uke being purchased by a parent or a family member as a gift for a child. And for the non-musician, it's very easy to assume that this is a fully capable musical instrument. So let's take a closer look. First, I'd like to point out that this is a toy made by a French company called Janod, and they've been making wooden toys since 1970. And that right there is one sign that this was not meant to be played in a musical sense. So let's take a little look at the package, and I want to point out just how similar it is to a regular music instrument. So I have a Mitchell I'm going to grab right here. And notice that it's very, very similar. This one is actually sold by Guitar Center, while this one is in the toy section. So one thing you'll notice is that this has a very kid-friendly design. It highlights basically just the aesthetics of the actual uke. There's nothing on it that says that it is a playable instrument. One thing you will notice is that it has a Oppenheim Best Toy Award, which I can see that as being confusing to people that don't know, but it is just an award for being a toy. It's not a musician award. It's not a music award of any kind. And I'd like to point out again that the company doesn't try to say that it's a musical instrument. They let you know it's a toy. So keep that in mind during the review. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what's inside. Alright, so one thing you'll notice is that there's not much packaging to it. There is 3 thin pieces of styrofoam in here, and that's definitely not going to be able to protect this toy. Definitely keep that in mind if you are purchasing this online, as it probably will show up broken. One thing I do like about it is that it's a great looking toy, and I can see how kids will love the polka dot design that it has. But as we look at it, so we'll start at the bridge, which it has a definitely cheap Jenga block looking bridge. And the issue I have with that is it's not fully glued down all the way to where it's flush. So that's definitely a lower end quality. The strings on it are more of a chord and not true ukulele strings, but they definitely do make a sound. Not in tune. One thing I'd like to point out is I did take this out of the package before filming, and I tried to tune it up because originally the video was supposed to be of comparing this to the Mitchell, and you just can't get this playable, so I had to scrap that idea. So I thought I'd let you all know kind of what you're in for when you do purchase this. So if we look in the sound hole, it's definitely a cheaper plywood. And at the heel joint, it's cracked on the inside. And that's probably from the tension of me trying to tune it. So it's definitely going to snap if I keep trying. And it will snap right in here. There's actually an Amazon review that shows just that, of someone trying to tune it up, where it just snapped in half. The fretboard is very dry feeling. It's kind of like a popsicle stick, which no instrument should feel like that. One thing I do like about this, though, is the frets. They're not jagged. They're not going to cut in your hands. They're very smooth, actually. But it makes sense because this is for kids as a toy. You want them cutting their fingers. The actual fretboard, though, while it's glued onto it, the paint on the outside, it's chipping and coming apart. It's just very sloppily made. Moving up, the actual nut right here, it's just a big slab of plastic. And again, that's not flush either. There's definitely a lot of gaps in there, but as we already established, this is more of a toy than an actual instrument, so it doesn't bother me too much. Moving on, we have our tuning pegs, which on the bottom are plastic. They try to keep the metal at a minimum, it looks like, but it definitely doesn't help tuning stability. On the back, we'll notice that these tuning pegs are very loose. These bottom two are fine, and they do work. They will tune it up, as you hear, but it's just staying in tune. It's just not going to happen. One thing that truly did bother me, though, was the paint job on this. You can see where there's a lot of paint drips coming down the neck, and that's just sloppy even for a toy. And just a little advice, when it comes to ukuleles, anything with stickers on them, probably low-end quality. When it comes to instruments of any kind, whether it be guitars, bass, ukulele, anything like that, they usually don't put stickers right on the body. They like to have their finish as pristine as possible. One word of caution is if you try to put regular ukulele strings on here and tune it up, the force is going to snap the neck. So don't even try it. It's not worth it. I'd rather you have this just as a prop or a toy than be in two pieces. So that's the actual ukulele there, but how much does it actually cost? It retails for $30, which is insane. A toy of this quality, probably maybe $10, $15 at the most, I would say, because at $30, you might as well spend $5 more and get an actual instrument. So some things to look for when you're actually going to purchase a playable ukulele. I'm going to use the Mitchell as an example again. So when you're looking at it, the box highlights a lot of the features it has, and it highlights the tone wood, the rosewood fingerboard. It has great sound, outstanding looks, comfortable playability, and it includes an instructional booklet allowing you to play right out of the box. Those are the things you should look for. If they don't mention any of those things, it's most likely meant to be a toy. So why would anyone want to buy this ukulele? And I can think of a couple of reasons. Reason number one is you love how it looks and you want to use it as a prop or a decoration. Then it'd be perfect to hang on the wall. The other reason I can see it is if you want to give this to a very young child that may destroy it. I know some people would not want to destroy a functional instrument, so they go and won't feel bad if this gets messed up or it breaks. If a string breaks, it's just going to cost you, pennies to replace it with some just regular cord. So that's what you're looking at when you purchase one of these Janod Confetti ukuleles. So if you're actually looking for a functional playable ukulele for yourself or for a child, I suggest looking at the Bondi ukuleles. So the reason I suggested Bondi ukuleles is because they have a great starter pack, which has a quality ukulele, comes with a gig bag, a tuner, and so many other different accessories just for $129. So I suggest you check them out. I'm going to have their link in the description below. And thanks for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you next time.